Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
$1 million Lotto Max ticket purchased in Toronto about to expire. Two men rushed to the hospital after overnight shooting at bar in Dorset Park. Toronto bylaw officers will swap out cars for bikes as part of new pilot program. Two teens charged in Niagara region stabbing sending 19-year-old to hospital. Ontario woman says she lost $50,000 to fraudsters posing as Service Canada OPP investigators. Two teenage girls face assault charges after stabbing at Whitby High School. Woman found with severe head trauma on Ajax Road remains in life-threatening condition, police.
These were the headlines and now let's jump right into the details.
The city says a handful of bylaw enforcement officers will be swapping out their gas-guzzling vehicles for shiny new bikes as part of the municipality's plan to reduce its carbon footprint. The City of Toronto is launching a bike pilot program that will see 21 bylaw enforcement officers using bikes instead of motor vehicles in the course of their daily duties. The pilot, the city said, includes 18 revitalized City of Toronto fleet bicycles, which will be used whenever feasible in parks at large events to reduce the use of vehicles and support the city's transformed TO net zero strategy. Replacing vehicles with bikes is key to meeting the target of transitioning 20% of city-owned fleet to zero-emission vehicles by 2021 and 50% by 2030. Said David Jollymore, the General Manager of Fleet Services for the City of Toronto. The bikes will also allow officers in the new unit to stop and go more easily and eliminate the need of parking, the city said in a news release. Utilizing Toronto's robust cycling infrastructure of more than 700 kilometers, cycling offers a more efficient and climate-friendly method of travel for shorter trips and during peak hours, the release read. An Ontario woman is warning others after a fraudster impersonating a Service Canada employee convinced her to empty out $50,000 from her bank account. Annie Galt of Renfrew told Awaz News on Toronto Thursday that she got a strange phone call in August from someone claiming to be with Service Canada. Your social insurance number SIN is a government-issued identifier needed to gain employment and access government programs. It should be kept highly confidential, and if scammers get a hold of it, they can steal your identity and try to get into your bank accounts. Earlier this year, Galt had her personal information, including her SIN, breached, so she says that when someone called her last month saying they were from Service Canada and that her SIN had been stolen, she believed them. Galt said she was advised by the caller to speak with Ontario Provincial Police OPP and that during those conversations, her call display showed an OPP phone number, although now she believes the number was spoofed to make it appear it was the police when it wasn't, she says. Over the next few weeks, Galt thought she was helping the OPP in an investigation into her stolen PIN, following instructions to drain her bank account and send the money using a Bitcoin machine to accounts that she was told would be safe. In time, Galt said she realizes it was a scam, but not before sending the scammers more than $50,000. Earlier this year, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre CAFC issued a warning after fraudsters sent emails claiming people's SINs would be terminated in 24 hours. Service Canada advises to never get out your SIN on phones or in emails. Don't use your SIN as identification and don't carry your SIN with you either. Memorize your SIN and only give it out if the law requires. Galt said she is embarrassed about what happened, but wanted to share her story to warn others. Two people were transported to hospital with life-threatening injuries following an overnight shooting at a bar in the Dorset Park area. Toronto Paramedic Services said they were called to the area of Birchmount and Ellesmere Roads shortly before 1:30 a.m. Friday for a shooting. Two men were subsequently transported to hospital with serious life-threatening injuries, paramedics said. Toronto police later confirmed there was a shooting after an altercation at a bar on Birchmount Road and that the two men were transported to hospital via emergency run. One of them has been taken into custody and a firearm has been seized, police said. Some vehicles were damaged in the shooting, but no other injuries have been reported, police said. A lottery ticket worth $1 million purchased in West Toronto last year is about to expire. The Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation (OLG) said in a news release issued Friday that the winning ticket purchased in Etobicoke is tied to the October 7, 2022 Lotto Max draw. The Max Millions prize winning numbers were 05, 07, 09, 10, 21, 34, 39, and the ticket holder has 2 weeks left to claim their prize, the OLG said. If the prize is not claimed in that time, the money will be returned to players through future bonus games or promotions. If you believe you bought the winning ticket or lost it, please be prepared to provide specific details, including where and when your ticket was purchased, when calling OLG customer care at 1-800-387-0098, the OLG said. A woman found injured on road in Ajax still remains at a Toronto area hospital in critical condition, Durham police say. Officers said the woman was found suffering from severe head trauma in the area of Harvard Avenue South and Kingston Road at around 5 a.m. on Wednesday. Police have said that details of the incident are scarce, but in an updated release Friday, investigators confirmed that the victim is 57-year-old. She was rushed to a Toronto area trauma center Wednesday, where she remains in life-threatening condition. Earlier this week, police said they could not confirm if the woman was struck by vehicle in the area or if she was brought to the area from another location. 2 teenage girls are facing assault charges after allegedly assaulting a fellow student at a Whitby high school. Police say the stabbing occurred just after noon on September 18 at Father Leo Austin Catholic School, located at 1020 Dryden Boulevard in Whitby. When officers arrived on scene, they located a 14-year-old with stab wounds. Police said she was transported to a Toronto hospital where she remains in a stable condition. A 14-year-old girl from Whitby has been charged with assault with a weapon, possession of a weapon for committing an offense, aggravated assault, and an assault. A 17-year-old girl from Whitby has also been charged with assault. Both suspects have been held for a bail hearing. Their identities are protected by the Youth Criminal Justice Act. Police arrested 2 16-year-old boys after a stabbing in Niagara region saw a 19-year-old victim lifted to hospital. The incident occurred just after 8:30 p.m. on Thursday in the area of Highway 20 East and Rice Road in Pelham, Ontario, Niagara, police said. 2 off-duty officers were driving in that area at the time when they saw 3 people fighting, prompting them to pull over and intervene. Police said they saw one of the teens had multiple stab wounds. Paramedics arrived and treated the victim, while police detained the suspects until uniformed officers arrived, according to police officials. The 19-year-old boy was flown to hospital for treatment, police said. One of the 16-year-old boys was taken to a local hospital to be treated for minor injuries sustained from the fight. A 16-year-old from Kitchener, Ontario, facing assault caused bodily harm and failed to comply with the probation charges. The 16-year-old from St. Catharines, Ontario, is facing an assault with weapon charge. The charges have not been proven in court. Their identities are protected by the Youth Criminal Justice Act. Police said the 3 teenagers are known to each other.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.